There is a plague, a peoples who have entered our homes. Without our knowing, they have assimilated into our society. We are talking about the villainous being that have hidden themselves as cuddly idiots for generations. We are today speaking about why babies are far more villainous than you could ever imagine. We love babies, the way they can't feed themselves or stand on 2 feet, and how they talk like they're having a stroke. But recent studies have shown there's a lot more going on in those little indestructible heads than we could have ever imagined. Now the fact that they've gone unscrutinized for so long is quite troubling. I mean, the situations got so bad that many of you in the audience today may have once been babies. And there is only one valid way to test this. Turn to the person next to you with one eye shut. If it appears as if they are missing one eye, they are confirmed ex-baby scum. Horrifying, isn't it?
Exhibit A. Babies make a drug addict of us all. We have evolved to produce smoldering cesspools of deceit and manipulation. I'm sure on Facebook you've seen your uncles or aunties or even your own parents constantly posting about the child that they have recently had. And you'll be thinking, I get it, babies are cute, but get out of my newsfeed, Harambe is cuter. But what you don't realize is for the parents, they're thinking, yes, but what about my baby? Where are the TV crews? Look at this thing I have created. That's because when you have a baby, the chemical composition of your brain is forever changed. Have you ever seen a mother clenching their child and snorting it like a vacuum cleaner, sucking in a mountain of invisible cocaine on top of the baby's skull? This is because what they are ingesting, holding their baby, nurturing their baby, feeding their baby, and basically just being around their baby is a drug. Not just like a drug, a legitimate drug produced by the human body called oxytocin. They produce hormones which are not only specific to women, they also occur in men. But they do not only occur when being around the baby, they also occur just after intercourse. So for men, being around their baby feels like they've just ejaculated. That's because prolactin is basically the anti-testosterone, making sure you don't want to mate anymore, you're less aggressive around your baby, and in short, call it evolution, call it nature, or call it evil, conniving little people. Babies have been manipulating parents before they could even form memories.
Exhibit B. Babies are born filthy, liars, and thieves. When you hear the word baby, you as a non-adult may immediately think, kawaii! But to anyone who is or once was a baby enabler or parent, as today's politically correctness gone crazy world would have had it, your mind will almost certainly drift to sleepless nights, poopy diapers, and the crying God forbid. But the thing is, humans do not develop tear ducts until 8 months at the earliest. Babies have evolved to use crying as their way of being fed, bathed, and cared for. They feel no sadness during these fits of uncontrollable sobbing. They'll look around to see if anyone noticed. Behavioral studies have shown babies are lying as early as 6 months. They will even stage a distraction when they know something is wrong. 40% of crying in most babies is fake. They have learned that crying causes a reaction, and if they don't get a reaction, they'll look around, then be quiet, and continue with what we can only assume are their baby schemes.
Now, before we proceed to our final and most controversial Exhibit C, we would need a volunteer from the crowd. Brave. Please sit down facing the screen. Now, when you look at the next image, I want you to immediately say what you are drawn to. Okay? Which side of the screen were you looking at? Okay? I will flash it for 2 seconds and then I will come back. Which side were you looking at? This is a very rare example, and the exception that proves the rule. That babies are judgy racists. Behavioral scientists have done tests. When babies are presented with someone who would usually be deemed attractive by society and someone who would be considered less attractive, babies without fail stare at the more attractive person. Scientists believe this is because, in the baby's eyes, the attractive one is more normal, which screams survivor to the baby, and thus they would rather follow that one into the harsh wilderness of the earth. But they took it one step further, presenting them with an image of someone of their own race and that of another. Once again, they will without fail choose their race, thinking this is my tribe, they are more likely to protect me and feed me. So basically, we were all born KKK members.
But dear audience, we have only scratched the surface of this evolutionary miracle. For example, how babies are made to look a specific way, so we don't murder them. How when we tell a dad, a baby looks like the baby, this is so we ensure the dad doesn't eat the baby. That's how ingrained in us it is.
So to conclude, next time you encounter a baby in its natural habitat, the hands of relatives, I want you to look it in the eye. I want you to stand tall. I want you to stare it down and say, I know what you are. I know what you're doing, and I'm not afraid of you. But the scariest thing about babies is we're only making more of them. Their population is only growing, and we are losing the battle. Stay safe and be wary of babies.